Question this week, can you suggest exercises for lower back? Join the new gym and lifting, no pain, just always tight across the top of my ass. Super common. What we're looking at is this whole kind of back area, whether the tightness comes from your lower back or whether it's coming from the top of your glutes. We can still hit it quite nicely with three main stretches. The first one is I'm going to show you the hip flexor. I like to use a cushion for my knee because I got bony knees. So what you're going to do, knee on the floor, dig your toe into the ground, sit back ever so slightly, rotate your pelvis. We're going to pull the front of this up and I'm going to lean into it. We're separating those two. It's not good enough just to let it go because both are going to aim towards the floor. You want to sit back, rotate, and then stretch. We're loosening out this front section so that in a seesaw effect we can allow the front to come up and take pressure off that lower back. 30 seconds each side. Hold that 3 times. Swap again, opposite way. Sit back, rotate, push through, stretch out that hip to thigh. Second one. You're going to lie on the floor, bring your knees into your chest. Start with that. If that gives you some sort of pain, this is the limit for you. If you can go further, we're going to roll from your hips all the way to your shoulder blade. Nice and easy. You might find it gets a bit clunky in that lower back. Then this is definitely one for you. You need to do a lot of this every day. 10, 15 times of that. And then we're going to go into the third one. Flat on your back, left leg straight, right leg up. Keep your shoulders flat on the floor. If you need to hold on to a table or leg of a chair, and this leg is going to come all the way across. Big breath in, big breath out. We're stretching from the glutes all the way through your back. And if you pin your arm enough, you're going to keep this shoulder on the floor. We're going to hit the pec as well. Some of you may find that you're somewhere here with your knee. That's fine. This is definitely a stretch for you. You're going to bring it all the way down. A fourth little bonus option you could do while you're here. If those aren't working, put your foot across your knee, grab hold of this, gently bring that in. Rest your head on something if you need to, and you'll feel that rotation stretch through your hips. So there's a little bonus one. There's 4. Try those left and right, about 30 seconds on each side. If you don't want to do this stopwatch, just 4 or 5 slow breaths. Each of those stretches, try and stay relaxed, try control your breathing, and that should release some of the tension. But it's only going to work if you're doing it frequently. Each of these stretches for about 4 or 5 slow breaths. Each of these trigger point releases, 4 or 5 slow breaths should be just enough. If you get shoulder pain when you're lifting and it's that sort of niggly little thing where you can still do the exercise, but you're just getting the pinch or you're getting a pull somewhere deep in this shoulder joint, I'm going to show you 3 trigger point ball release strategies plus 1 little stretch at the end. I'm going to put a trigger point ball on the floor. If you've never used this, a cricket ball or a tennis ball will do. We're going to go firstly on that piece of flesh that's between your spine and your shoulder blade. So on the right side, you get the spine, you get the shoulder blade. We're going to go in here just between the two. Chin on the floor, relax. Hands going to go on your belly, elbow on the floor. You're going to roll around until you find that one stinging spot. You want that pain to be maximum about a 6 out of 10. I can already feel it stabbing me there, so I'm going to come off it. Any more than 6, 7 or 8, you're going to start to get this contraction. So keep it at 6 so that reflex doesn't kick in. Second one, then we're going to go slightly wider. You're going to feel a ridge. So if you reach back as far as you can, you're going to feel a ridge on your shoulder blade that comes across. We're going to go just below the ridge. Again, you're going to have to wiggle around a little bit and find this spot. Elbow on the floor, hand on your belly. You're going to try and put the ball a little bit lower down on your shoulder blade this time on the bottom half, and in there you're going to find a zap. Same thing, 6 out of 10. Find it. It'll refer most possibly into the front of your shoulder. Breathe. Nice and easy. You're going to try and keep that at a 6 out of 10 max. The stretch then, you're going to line your side. Bring your knees up to the front. That straightens your spine. Hand straight out in front of you. You're going to bring the hand up, and then we're going to lower it down. Try and relax. If you need to get a pillow or a cushion, that hand is going to go towards the floor. You're stretching your external rotators through internal rotation position. What you're going to do, this hand is going to offer resistance. This hand is going to try and lift that way for about 10 seconds. We're going to try and push it about a 7 out of 10 effort, not too much. Then you're going to release. You're going to push it down a little bit further. You're going to use a little stretching technique. It's going to push down a little bit more. Then we try again. Push, 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 push. 10 seconds. Relax. It goes a little bit further. You may find you're up here. If you do this straight away, you go to the floor. This stretch is probably not too useful for you. Third one then, we're going to take the ball, you're going to put it into your upper trap. We're going to lean against a pillar or a door frame. You're going to place it right on that kind of fleshy part of the bottom of your neck. Let your arm hang down. And we're just going to roll around until you find that one trigger point spot. Again, 6 out of 10 pain. Just keep breathing nice and smoothly. You want to hold that for as long as you need to. Come off it, take a breath, and then go again if you need to. But 3 times each of these stretches for about 4 or 5 slow breaths. Each of these trigger point releases, 4 or 5 slow breaths should be just enough.